picking up the camera once more just to show you guys what I just bought. So sold out. It's a store based out in Jersey City, New Jersey. Keep a close eye on their Instagram inventory page, and they have a pair of brand new Champ colors in a size 10 for $180, and a pair of used Brazil Dunk Lows in a 10 as well at $200. And I went ahead and impulsively pulled the trigger. I figured, what's today, December 21st? It's almost Christmas. Might as well treat myself more than I already have been this past year, which has been a bit much and been going a bit overboard, but hey, I gotta jump on these deals fast if I want them, so we're gonna go ahead and pick these up either later today or tomorrow, so stay tuned on that.
Many unbearable hours later.
Getting ready to head out and go pick up these Dunks. Hey, these are the shoes I'll be wearing to go grab them. Here are these, the OVO 10s in the all black Stingray sort of colorway. These both are perfect winter shoes. I haven't had a chance to wear them too much since picking them up, so it's like low 30s here in the Northeast. I figure this is a great time to wear them, so gonna throw them on feet and head out now. Can't quite see it because we're parked a little far out, but sold out Jersey City. Ended up taking Steph's car because her CX-5 is definitely much more trusty to drive on the highways than my small Miata, but she's got some heat on feet. We'll show that and we'll maybe get some inside clips. But let's go get these sneakers. Alright, so I recorded that first half of the video a few days before Christmas in 2020, and now it's the 5th of January, first week of January 2021, so there's obviously a little delay here. Bear with me, been super busy. But anyway, if you couldn't tell by the video title, thumbnail, and now these two red Nike sportswear boxes, I picked up 2 pairs of Dunks. Sportswear Dunks to be specific, not SBs. Taking a look at the box labels really quickly, they're both in a size 10, which is half a size up from my usual 9.5. I like the extra room on Nike Dunks. I felt like my 9.5 would have been fine in these, but to be honest, this was the deal at hand and I couldn't resist. So you may be wondering why I have this University Red pair out, and it's because this is the pair that I already had prior to buying these. So this is 1/3 of the Team Tones pack, and these two complete the set for me. So starting with the pair on top, I got them in gently worn condition with this slightly damaged box. And even buying them pre-owned with a damaged box, I got them below market value. Prices on GOAT and eBay are always a mixed bag, but the general consensus is that $250 is the lowest that I've seen on these things. And taking a look at the condition on these things, I think I got a really good deal on them. So these are Nike Dunk Low SP in the Varsity Maize, pine green, and white colorway, also known as the Brazils. Obviously with such color usage, these things resemble the Brazilian flag. Overall, the shoe is pretty simple in itself. It's a Dunk Low silhouette in an all-over leather on the uppers and an alternating green and yellow color. The leather on here is pretty decent, all things considered. With a $100 retail price, it's always hard to expect what sort of leather you're gonna get on here, and I have to say these have a pretty nice soft feel to them and have a nice grain to them, albeit it's probably just a leather finish. Either way, my pair has been worn by the previous owner and myself a few times now, and the creasing looks pretty natural, which is great. But aside from the leather, the rest is pretty much traditional Nike sportswear dunk stuff. So you got a set of white flat laces resting on top of a yellow mesh tongue. You have your Nike tongue tag in a white and green font. The inside lining is this green textile. You have a green sock liner on the inside with yellow Nike logoing at the heel. Stitching on the back tab is in a yellow. You have a white rubber midsole, green rubber outsole. traditional Nike Dunk traction pattern, also found on the Air Jordan 1. But yeah, it's a pretty simple sneaker when you actually break it down. It's also the first time they've been retroed in nearly 2 decades. So the Brazil colorway on the Dunk was initially released in 2001, and there wasn't a lot of noise around them back then. Really, the only people that knew about them were dunk heads of the time. So it didn't help that 2020 was the year of the Dunk, and with Nike reviving these things, it was sort of a perfect storm for hype. This reissued pair of Brazil Dunk Lows came out in late May of 2020 and was actually the first release of the Team Tones pack, alongside the University Red pair, which came out after, and then this next pair, which I'm about to show you guys. So unlike the Brazils, these were in brand new condition, dead stock, never worn, and if we open them up, you'll see that they're also the Dunk Low SP, but this time in the University Orange and Marine colorway. Obviously, being brand new, these things are choked up from the factory in these navy blue flat laces, and they also came with a set of orange flat laces. I figure you can't go wrong with either color, but for now we're going to roll with these blue ones. So if we break down the shoes a bit further, you'll notice that the material makeup is nearly identical to the Brazil pair and even the University Red one. Pretty much throughout the uppers is an all-over leather in an alternating orange and blue colorway. Shockingly enough, I prefer this pair over the Brazils. I just find this pair to be more wearable for my style. Mesh tongue, orange and blue details, orange stitching, white midsole, blue outsole, you know the whole spiel. Very simple, very clean, very basic, just like the University Reds and the Brazils for like the millionth time. So this dunk is dubbed as the Champ Colors Dunk Low, and it's meant to commemorate the University of Virginia Cavaliers and their 2019 basketball NCAA tournament win. This color blocking is very similar to a Syracuse-like colorway, not to be confused with the early 2020 pair, and this Champ Colors pair is actually an inverted version of that 2004 pair of Dunk Lows that they called the Syracuses as well. Aside from Syracuse and the University of Virginia, these two colors are pretty common at a lot of schools, so rock them proudly if they represent yours. So in taking a look at both of these pairs, I obviously tried for both on their respective release dates and I didn't hit, but I'm really glad to have them now. As you all know, it's nearly impossible to get every release, so if you really want things, you gotta go out and pay resale for them, which in this case, I think I got a pretty decent deal once again. Even if you haven't fed into the dunk hype, you have to admit that these things are super clean, super simple, super wearable. To me, simple color blocking on a simple silhouette like the Dunk Low is just an undefeated combination. You know, as good as they look, comfort isn't always the best. People forget that they're rudimentary basketball sneakers from the mid-80s, so don't expect any crazy cushioning or comfort. You know, for these prices, I could foresee people in the comments saying that I overpaid because I could use that money on some super comfortable runners like New Balances with premium materials, which, don't get me wrong, I enjoy those too. I have a bunch of New Balances in the collection, but sometimes the hype beast in me takes over, and obviously this has been the result of that. But yeah, that wraps it up for this pickup and review video. Let me know what you guys think of them in the comment section below. Do you have a preference in colorways between the two? Are you paying resale for either of these things? Do you think I got a good deal? Let me know all about it. Be sure to drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. Doing both those things really goes a long way. Again, I mentioned it takes a while for me to make these videos, so any sort of support you could show really does help. Also be sure to follow me on Instagram at StuffDylanLikes for more sneaker content like this. That's a wrap for this one. Thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.